Hey Internet, it's Lizzie, aka Firebrand Flux, coming at you with a video tutorial. Today's tutorial is about how to weather armor pieces for your kind of fantasy or sci-fi armor needs. Now, if you're making any kind of weapon or proper armor out of foam or any other material, an important part of making your costume is the finishing details, the things that really make it pop and seem more realistic and not a costume that you put together in your living room. So what we're doing today is weathering, or making the armor look like it's been used in battle, and in my case, it's making it look more like a hammered metal that was forged in a forge instead of craft foam that I put together and spray painted. So the costume I'm working on is Volibear from League of Legends. My costume got kind of trashed after the summer, so I applied a whole lot of new foam to my pieces and coated them in a liquid plastic. And after I did that, I primed them with a black primer, spray painted them with a flat silver, and added some copper detailing to a couple of the pieces. And that looks like this. So plastic coated foam with flat spray paint. Pretty standard stuff, but as you can see, it doesn't, like, it looks good, but doesn't look realistic. And if I weather it, it'll give it the extra pop that makes the costume look really cool and makes it look more like a hammered metal armor instead of foam piece. So we're gonna take pieces that are like this and turn them into something more like this, which has imperfections, dark marks, pock marks, looks like it's been in battle, and looks more like metal, because I think this looks a lot better than this wimpy thing. So yeah, the thing about weathering is the quick and dirty way. It's going to really darken your piece, so you're going to want to make sure that whatever you're trying to weather is maybe a little bit lighter than it's supposed to be, as was what happened here. Or instead of black, which is what I'm using, you go for a gray. So all you're going to need to do this is a dark spray paint. I'm using a black primer. It's Rust-Oleum Painter's Touch, bonds to plastic, which is good. You want to make sure you have the kind of spray paint that'll match whatever material your prop is made out of. So make sure you're getting something that bonds to plastic if it's plastic, or EVA foam. So you need dark spray paint, and then paper towels or rags. I have paper towels. They're getting kind of ratty, but you can use the same paper towel for multiple pieces, especially if they're smaller. So all you're going to do, I recommend gloves. Before we get started, I recommend gloves. As you see, my fingertips are all black because this is a dirty method. It's quick and dirty, literally. So you're going to take your piece. You can put it on the floor or hold it horizontal. I'll hold it so it's easier for you guys to see what I'm doing. So I'm going to hold it in one hand, have my spray paint in the other. And all you got to do is just spray a couple of quick bursts on your armor piece, and then you're going to wipe at it with your paper towel or rag. So just quick few spurts. So, you know, it's on there, real quick. Grab my paper towel and just kind of wipe it away. I'm doing an up and down motion, but you can do whatever you want. You can go in different directions. It doesn't really matter. So see, it's added a little bit of darkness to it, which I needed. My color was way lighter than expected, and helps give it a little bit more of a realistic look. So how I determine where I want to spray, if you have indents like this, you want to try and aim your spray paint bursts so they're in the middle of your indents. So I'm gonna, the first one was off, but I readjusted. You want to get your dark spray paint in there and buff out along the raised edges. And then after you do that, kind of like use the tip of your finger to dig a little bit into the indent and try and clean some of that away. If this were real armor and you were cleaning it after a battle, you would get a bunch of guck and grime stuck in the lower areas because they're harder to reach. And I actually cleaned out too much from there, so that's why I'm spraying a little bit more on there. So when you're weathering your armor, you want to make sure that any areas that are sunk in are a little bit dirtier, or at least have some collection of dark to show that they're harder to clean, have been worn, and all that jazz. So you just continue this process over and over again until your prop is completely coated to your liking. So, I'm just going at it. It's imperfect, but it's fine. If you were really wearing this into battle, your armor wouldn't get dirty in an even layer. So it's fine if it's uneven, if it's imperfect. That's how real life is. And as you're noticing, maybe, as I wipe, you're wiping away most of the pigment, so you can just put your hand on wherever you need to hold, because you wipe away most of the pigment. Anything that's left on there isn't going to take any indentations from your finger being there, so you can hold here if you're trying to spray here and rub it in here. Nice, and that's why it's easy and quick and dirty. And you don't have to use black. As I said, I'm using black because one, I had it lying around, so that was a major contributing factor, but also my armor flat coat was looking just way too bright. I didn't like how bright it was, so I wanted to make it a little bit darker. So I'm using black, but dark grays, browns, even dark greens, like those can work. If you want to give your armor a bluish tinge, you can use a dark blue. Maybe combine that with the black. Just kind of do whatever you want, play with it. Get something that fits your piece and looks like you want. And this method is not going to give you the most realistic look for this sort of thing, but it's good if you're on a deadline, a convention's coming up, and you just need to fix something, make it look a little bit better, hide your imperfections, what have you. So yeah, this piece is basically done now. It's nice and weathered, has lots of dark spots, some lighter spots, gunk in the lower pieces, but yeah, it's good enough for me. So that's all I really need to do. I'm gonna let it sit and dry for a little while before I put on any more, but here's a comparison of what we started with, something that's flat silver, boring, and have this, which looks a little bit more realistic and cool, in my opinion. Yeah, super easy, quick and dirty, fairly inexpensive considering all you need is paper towels and spray paint. So that's all you need to know. You can get working on weathering your own armor pieces and your props and what have you. So thanks for watching, I appreciate it. Hope you learned something, or at least got ideas of how you can go about weathering your own armor pieces. So thanks for watching. If you liked the video, go click that like button, maybe subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos like this in the future. Feel free to share this on social media and spread the word to any of your friends who might be into costuming as much as you and I are. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something. Peace out.